Keep on running, boo.
Reach higher than the clouds, higher than the moon.
What's up, everybody? It's your man, RanDAMan, DefinitelyAmazing.com. Let me just say that how many times do I get to do a Lyricist Chronicles interview at a dope spot?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, this is dope.
Pretty fun.
We're here at the Tea Room here in Brooklyn, East New York. And if you know anything about RanDAMan, DefinitelyAmazing.com, you know that the Tea Room is owned, curated, and sometimes even served by Tiana T. Smalls herself, which is almost prolific in a way, because she was kind of the reason for the DA Later Week series.
There we go.
And here we are.
It usually starts with a woman.
You know what? My mother has told me two things in life. One, keep quiet when you walk into a room full of old folk.
Oh, okay.
And two, when a woman says something, 9 out of 10, just nod and agree.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna nod and agree.
Yeah,
but I agree with that.
That's right. That's right.
We're here to talk with you. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to the fans because I know you extensively. This interview is some time in the making.
That's right. Long overdue.
Long overdue.
Indeed.
Definitely Amazing Universe. This is Robyn Hood.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's good? How you doing? As he just said, yes, I'm Robyn Hood, and I also go by Miriam Hyman. I'm an actress as well as a hip-hop MC. How y'all doing?
That is very true. That is
Indeed.
very true.
Indeed.
Let's get into it. You mentioned it, so I have to talk about it.
Feel free.
You're a graduate of the Yale School of Drama.
Yes, sir.
Like that's epic. That in itself is amazing. I was like, what? And this is funny.
Yeah.
I believe you brought it up in our initial conversation.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But it was glazed over by the other amazing things you do. So the fact that you graduated from Yale was glazed over by other amazing things. That means she does a lot. But I want to ask you this question. You know, acting, being that I have acted myself.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah.
What you doing?
Everybody, if you know RanDAMan, you know Grease. I'm just a little Grease.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some grease in my background.
Okay.
Yeah, some
Okay, that's
right. But I wanted to ask this question because I don't get many actresses or actors who can flow like you. They either can do one thing. You know how they say jack of all trades and a master of none?
Yeah.
They either can be a master of the one thing and not the other. So how do you utilize acting, your acting skills that you acquired as a scholar in your music?
Well, you know, I kind of feel like at this point I can't have one without the other. I do a lot of Shakespeare, I do a lot of classical theater, so I love verse, I love prose, and basically it's written in a rhythmic way, you know, so iambic pentameter basically is how it's written, and so there are 10 beats, 5 stressed, 5 unstressed, so it's almost like rapping in a sense, you know, and that could be Shakespeare or just lines in general. I mean, every writer has some sort of musicality, you know, to the way that they write, you know, whether it's a rhythm you get down with or a rhythm I get down with or a rhythm that neither one of us can find.
Right.
You know, they're writing from a very specific place with that pen. So I just feel like it also helps with, you know, just skill set in terms of enunciation, utilizing little opportunities like alliteration or just having a vocabulary, an extensive, you know, vocabulary. I like to use that and play with it as much as possible.
Oh,
you know?
I mean, you just showed some of your extensive vocabulary in that answer.
Oh, well, fantastic.
Now, you know.
My street smarts got degrees when they was put to the test, you know.
Oh.
I'm a baller, so I ball, give them shots my best.
Yeah, so like seriously, what just happened was like so abstract and so cool at the same time. And just like, that was phenomenal. I could see no better way of answering the question than how you answered the question, and then to hit us with a flow that just flowed like water.
Yeah, it's a
That's my little Shakespeare. Water.
In fact, sometimes I recently performed at Joe's Pub, And I actually started out the performance by doing a sonnet, sonnet 50, which is one of my favorite, sonnets. But it's 14 lines of beautiful poetry and
poetry and acting.
That's right.
Is almost a mirror of the science of hip hop.
Okay.
So I like it. Hey, it's RanDAMan.
You made
this
that
is definitely amazing. Jeez, I try. I try to be amazing.
I need my hat too, by the way.
Yes, we're gonna get her.
That blue fitted.
So this is Lyricist Chronicles. I want to get into some lyrics. I would like you to explain the lyrics from one of my favorite tracks of yours.
Okay.
Reach. Now, I love Reach.
Yeah.
Dope song. You're probably gonna be hearing it playing right now.
Oh yeah.
It's probably gonna be playing right now.
Like right now.
Yeah. So if you're hearing it, bam, that's your cue. Yes. Explain the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I went through this like 18 times to make sure I got the lyrics right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nigga bitch the public. Don't be a disgrace. Write them lyrics on your soul
So you won't feel displaced. Teach
Explain.
and preach, but learn on your constant. The rest is all nonsense. Relevant and prevalent, but give them all intelligence. Stand up for your people, show them black is not irrelevant. Be alert, attentive to them cooks dishing negligence. But we can go back to that. So, yeah, it's funny.
That just happened.
I went to a concert last summer, and I had the opportunity to meet Robyn Hood. And she took me backstage and was just schooling me about a lot of different things. And I actually wrote Reach that night. I was up till like 2 o'clock in the morning because she was just blessing me with knowledge. She was classy. She was just thorough. That's how we say in Philly. She's thorough. But anyway, so I was so inspired by her message, her performance, and just how she was handling like all of the fans, like everybody that came back, stage and were meeting her and so on and so forth. But anyway, it just made me want to reach for higher things, and I collaborated with another young lady named Erica Hicks, and it was produced by Carter Rock Megan, and she came up with the hook, and we just put it together, and there we go. But basically, with those hooks, I just feel like a lot of times with our music as young people, particularly African Americans, Black, however you want to identify,
right?
We just have so much negativity in the music that I feel like one of the things with a lot of the music, particularly like trap music and everything, is supposed to hype us up, and we're supposed to be productive, but unfortunately I feel like sometimes we do the exact opposite.
Right.
So I want to bring out music that's fun but also inspiring. I like to call it education through entertainment.
Right.
So basically lyrics like that, I'm saying, don't just be what a lot of times society is going to automatically label you as, or just how they're automatically going to just see you and just basically just label you. There's more to you than just that. I mean, anybody could be a hood nigga. What does that mean? You know what I mean? But what else do you have to offer? What else, how else are you trying to uplift your community? How else are you trying to uplift your own home? You know what I mean? So I just want to be able to offer people another opportunity, a different lane.
So it's really funny because you're talking about performances.
Yeah.
As an MC, I think one of the things, as an MC and as a lyricist, I think one of the things that all MCs and lyricists have is that moment, that one lyric that said to them, I want to write lyrics like that.
Yeah.
I want to put something out like that.
Yeah.
That's what makes me want to become a artist that can, in a sense, master the control of the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Be the master of ceremonies, as an MC is supposed to be. Yeah. So, for you, can you name a lyric or performance that was that moment for you?
Honestly, I feel like, two things. One, I feel like meeting Lauren was a pivotal moment in my life, just in general. But I think for me, it's what I wasn't hearing, which really inspired me to want to move forward in terms of actually writing lyrics. I started buying instrumentals. I love Jada. I love Beans. I love Hove. Like, I love all these cats. Lyrically, they're just ridiculous. But at the same time, I need to hear something else. Like, my spirit wasn't being moved the way that I needed it to be. you know, and I'm a versatile chick, you know, I don't just do one thing, you know what I mean? So I'm a estrogenius, ballsy chick without the penis. Stop it, listen. All I'm saying
That just happened again.
all I'm saying is,
Just happened.
it comes out like that, that's him, it ain't me, trust. But basically, I started buying instrumental beats because the beats were just crazy dope, you know, and I loved that part of it, but I wasn't really crazy about just what I was hearing lyrically, you know, or not hearing enough variety. So basically, I have a lot of influences, you know, I'm inspired by all these cats, but at the same time, I feel like, what can I do, what can I offer, how can I, you know, change up the game, you know, switch it up a little bit, keep it feisty, but at the same time, you know, I think step it up, because right now, hip-hop just doesn't really sound intelligent, and it's intelligent, you know, or at least it can be, it has the ability to. I think when I first started, like, hearing a lot of, like, old school MCs, I was learning what was happening. Now, I can barely make out the lyrics, I'm rocking, I don't know what the brother's saying, though, but, I mean, the beat is crazy. But I feel like as an MC, my responsibility is to now charge the beat that has just charged me.
Right.
You know, so now I'm gonna jump on it, and now it's like, yeah, we're inseparable. Like, you got me, I got you. Well, let's ride. You know.
But, you know, one of the things that that I guess came to me when I was thinking about doing your questions was this consistent positive message that you put out.
Yeah.
You believe it.
Of course.
I believe it.
Go ahead.
I believe it. You believe it.
Uh-huh.
But do you think that there's still an audience for positive creativity through hip hop?
Most definitely.
Okay. Explain to me why you think that audience is still around, and how is it that you try to reach that audience?
I think I try to reach it by creating dope material like Reach. You know, I have a new track coming out called Holes in My Pocket. And basically it talks about like how the media imposes so much on us in terms of like who has the flyest sneaks, who has the flyest gear. Don't get me wrong, you know, I like to do what I do. But at the same time,
I mean, your stylist is in the building.
the
so
stylist is in the building. Shout out to Fabi, you know, Fabiani, killing it. But yeah, she, you know, she knows me very well, and so she looks at my personality, you know, and so on and so forth. But we don't have to break our pockets, you know, to look good. And so sometimes it's like, what is the media selling you, and what of it motivates you to the point where you have to stop what you're doing, or even not if you're stopping what you're doing, but you just have to run out and spend, you know, what little you probably have, unfortunately, because the wages are very low.
Right.
You know, economically, sometimes I think it just doesn't make sense. I heard somebody say on the train the other day, or I was watching something, and they said, yeah, in the black community, you know, they have more cable channels than something like they own homes or something. I mean, it was something crazy, but in a way, it was like, wow, you know, that's like kind of true. You know? I'm sorry, I can't remember what the exact reference was, but you know, but anyway, I think that there definitely is a lane. I think that there are people out there who are making really, you know, like staples, you know, for the community, you know, that make really great music, and it still inspires and uplifts. And I mean, again, it's about, I think, balance, you know. I don't think that every single thing I don't want everybody to sound like me, the same way I don't want to sound like everybody else.
Right.
So I just want to provide that opportunity, because it's hard, you know, these barbecues, you got the music playing, and the kids, you know, sometimes I feel uncomfortable listening to certain things, and I got my cousins, you know, nieces and nephews running around, and it's like, oh, turn that down, it's a little, you know.
Right.
We want to turn up, but we don't want to turn up with the kids, you know, so it's like, you know, just trying to have that balance, but I'm trying to put out music that is for adults, but also, you know, something that you could listen to with your seed, or, you know, with a younger brother and younger sister, and you can learn something from that message.
I mean, in essence, you are being the change that you want to see. I never got a chance to ask you, Robyn Hood.
Yeah.
What's in the name? Like, what?
You know what? It's just crazy.
That's I think that, if I'm not mistaken, that's kind of Shakespearean. I mean, what's in the name? I think that's.
Yes. What's in the name? Exactly.
Bam, see?
Ooh.
Ha!
He knows what he's talking about.
RanDAMan.
I don't know who said it, but yeah, what's in the name?
Right.
But actually, no. I think that's Juliet who says that, because she's wondering like what's in the name, talking about.
Right. Don't
Don't quote me.
Don't.
But yeah. Wait,
Robyn Radio.
Oh, Robyn Hood.
Robyn
Exactly.
Hood.
So basically, I came up with that name. I've always loved the theme of Robyn Hood, this male character who goes out and he robs the rich and he gives to the poor. So obviously, me being female, I wanted to change it up a little bit, but I like the idea of being able to give back. And no matter how much I have or how little I have, I always know I can bless somebody else with something. Whether it's a kind word, whether it's a couple dollars, I gave this man a lobster sandwich today, just because I was in line about to treat myself. He clearly didn't have any money, and I just felt something in my spirit to just bless him with something. But yeah, I just feel like that's a way to give back, and it's in the name. So, I started this track the other day, and I said, how are you going to be an activist, and you acting like this? And basically, it's like, again, what are you trying to do? Everybody's talking about get all this money and rings and bling and bling and bling, but is your family good? Are your kids good? Like, who's putting away, who's being provident? Who's focused on the future? Or is it just, let's get money right now? I feel like we gotta convert the ghettos like the Jews,
Ha ha!
Subliminal. Yeah.
With that being said, it is time for the most important question in every Definitely Amazing interview. It is time for you know what. You know what, people? If you're in the DA universe, you've heard this before. If you're not a part of the DA universe, you're about to get put onto the most important question of them all. What makes Robyn Hood definitely amazing?
God. I think the energy he provides me with, and also the negativity that constantly surrounds me, it actually fuels me, and it makes me want to do some really positive dope shit. Like going to Yale and get my master's,
Right.
So, yeah, it just makes me realize that there is more, and I can be a part of giving more, I can be a part of receiving more. But, yeah, I think just trying to be a good vessel, A vessel
I'm with it.
in a vest, black boots to my thighs, screaming Black Lives Matter, trying to save brown lives. Lord God, please forgive me if I seem too aggressive, but these haters out here make it hard to be progressive, for real. Hit me up.
Well, that happened again. Hey, let me just tell you something right now. Shout outs to everybody that's done Lyricist Chronicles in the past.
That's right.
But let me just say something. Lyricist Chronicles Season 2 is kicking off to a blast with Robyn Hood, and she did that. So, I don't know, step your game up. That goes out to everybody that's done Lyricist Chronicles. Unfortunately, right now, one of the former guests of Lyricist Chronicles is in the building, so you might feel some type of way. I don't know, but I'm just saying. Anyway, it's your man, RanDAMan. Robyn Hood,
Yes, sir.
I am ecstatic that we got this interview.
Thank you,
This
sir.
right here was dope.
Thank you.
You are a beautiful soul. Love your hat.
Thank you. Yeah.
I want my stylist to get back to me wearing this type of hat. My stylist was like, no.
I just need my blue amazing hat,
You
though.
do need that
You know
hat.
what I mean? I got some sneakers coming in the mail, some blue Hirachis. I need to
Oh, we must
stop
stop
it.
it there.
Stop it.
Yo, it's your man, RanDAMan, DefinitelyAmazing.com. Yes, this was a DNA of the Week interview. It was more Lyricist Chronicles. So it depends on how I feel.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll title it DNA of the Week / Lyricist Chronicles. Or maybe I'll just say, bam, it's just Robyn Hood and RanDAMan sitting at the tea room. Whatever I want to do, I do it because I'm Rand, Definitely Amazing Man. And you have been watching DefinitelyAmazing.com. And we are out.
Peace.
Yeah. E-Bug, Robyn Hood, we just reaching, baby, as we should. If they compare me to anybody, it should be Miss Hill. Fly off the cuff, a real diva with mad skills. Show me the blessing with grace. Let the king shine through in your heart and your face. She said, don't nigga bitch the public, don't be a disgrace. Write the lyrics from your soul so you won't feel displaced. Teach and preach, but learn on your constant. The rest is all nonsense, relevant and prevalent, but give them all intelligence. Stand up for your people, show them black is not irrelevant. Be alert, attentive to them cooks, dish and negligence. Contempt but not complacent, you still got work to do. It's on you, I pass the baton, so keep on running, boo.
Reach higher than the clouds,
moon, higher than the sky. Keep on reach, way beyond the clouds, way beyond the moon, higher than the sky. Keep on I said I'm reaching for the moon, but still amongst all stars. Like beans, I'm getting large. Secret streets, I'm Philly charged. Got a lot of my sleeve, beyond spitting and rolling trees. First I was West Philly bred, so instead I plant seeds. Natural born hustler, roots deep, peep the leaves. I need that lifeline, sis, so I'm breathing and just believing. Cause I'm miseducated, my people hate it now. Half of them faded and feeling underrated. Stolen and took, homes gentrificated. Slave ships to MVP list, still getting traded. Jeans dipping low, all emasculated. Know that makes you feel tougher, but trust they lied to you, brother. Neighborhoods abandoned and stranded. Crooks got you shook, dealing cards, all underhanded. Now, who really wants to get back? Wall Street, rap dealers, they all hacking blacks. Lives matter, face facts, Kayette, they chat to Robyn. Reach higher than the clouds, higher than the moon, higher than the sky. Keep on reaching, we reaching way beyond the clouds, way beyond the clouds, way beyond the moon, way beyond the moon, higher than V3, the sky. You and me, and to the rappers. You say you spit conscious, so where your conscience at? Using those nouns and verbs, those words that hold us back. You spit that same old lame-old lyrical crap. I peep your grind and your hustle, but how you giving them back? You seen the world, but took the hood off your map. Don't come around the block no more, you been there and done that. So I gotta be a pusher, just like Pusher. Except I don't sell crack, I'm just trying to sell some records, put my hood on the map. Cause now I've been broken down and I've been broken in, but I can't begin to tell ya just how thin the line is when you start to see success from failures. Ooh, I could have been there, but I would rather be here. Now I ain't trying to preach, but can you tap your neighbor on the shoulder